A while back I saw photos on the web where an owner of a Leblanc Paperclip style contrabass clarinet made a stand for his instrument by modifying a fairly low-cost music stand. I'm going to show you how to do that. In addition, a few years later, I saw where I had a need for a bass flute stand to take the weight off of my shoulder. My shoulder's not in the greatest shape. So here is that same stand modified. You can't see it black on black, but I'll show you some better pictures later. This is the same stand here, modified for use with a bass flute. And you can buy something like this for, it's over $100, but you can make one for less than 50. So you can cradle your flute, between your two hands, takes the weight off, or if you feel you got to lift it up to either cue somebody or just to see the music better, you can still do that and come back and rest the weight when you feel like it. In addition, I also put a hook on here so you can use it as a flute holder. I'll show you some. So here's two contrabass clarinets that I have, both B flat. This one goes down to low D, then this one goes to low C. It's got two more half steps. You can see that's the one that I just made. I like the wing nut, or the adjustment to the right and in the back from this view. Makes it easier to, I think, get it on the stand. But I think it'll work both ways. And there's the first one I made that has the leather in it. So you can see it fits in there. And you can even leave the top loose so you can swivel it around. There's room at the bottom for your peg to be down a little bit past the bottom of the, well, you can raise it as high as you want. You can even play off of these stands, but then you can't kind of swivel it around to see the music if you're using music. First, we start out with a music stand that you can purchase from Amazon. The model, it's made by On Stage, and it's a model SM7211B. You can't use just any stand, but maybe some other stand will work. But this one has a feature that I'll show you that makes it good for this application. It comes in two parts. You get the deck here. You can get this for under $50 at the time of making this video. I actually got a few dollars off because this was a dented piece, which I don't need. You can save it because you can actually put this thing back together and use it as a music stand if you want. So the first thing you do is you take off this swivel piece off the deck, and you don't even need any tools. It comes with a wrench. A thumb, whatever, like a adjustment. So you need to save that. No, actually you don't. You could save it with your deck in case you want to use it later. So this is the piece you need because we're going to be modifying it. The other part is the telescoping legs, which you don't have to make any modifications to. I'm fortunate to own a bandsaw, which makes this next part pretty easy. You can use any kind of fine-tooth saw, though, a hacksaw. What we're going to cut out is a V shape, this segment here, this top segment, and we're going to leave this piece here. We're going to cut down into, to open up this drill into, make it a U shape. guess I got to do something else. I just broke my blade. Okay, switching to a back saw. I haven't had this off the pegboard in years, but it actually is working pretty good. Okay. So that's the first part. Now we got to cut down into the U. Okay, we're through. Piece fell on the floor. So that's the basic shape. You could probably use it like this for the contrabass clarinet. I'm going to pretty it up a little bit more with a belt sander. Okay, there's where we are now. It's extra material up here. And the inside's pretty flush, but let's see if we can smooth it up some. That's pretty good. You can, you know, finish this up with a hand file or, you know, some hand sanding to get it. But I just want it kind of a little smoother. And it's kind of crude, but this is works for me. It was made with parts I had laying around in my junk box. So, so all I did is I replaced the regular adjustment that comes with the music stand with a hook that I had for hanging plants from the ceiling. And you know, I had a washer and a spacer and a nut, and it just fit right in this thing. So, and I put some electrical tape around around the hook, so it, you know, less chance of scratching up the bass flute. So, you know, if you want to hang your bass flute off of one of these things, that's gives it a dual purpose, dual function. Here's another accessory I made that I like to use with my contrabass. This is a leg extension. First one I made was out of a chair leg. Then I went to Home Depot and got a more streamlined one. This one's made out of a 5/8 inch diameter wood dowel, oak dowel, and from Home Depot. And there's I had to look on the web, and I found a source for a 5/8 diameter rubber tip. And you drill a 7mm diameter hole in the end, which is the hardest part. Mine's a little off center, but it still works. I had to buy a drill bit, and you know, and then it's about 14 inches long. And what I do is, rather than extend the metal bar, oops, all the way down to a length that I like, I put this extension on there, and then between the two of them, they reach the floor when I'm sitting down. So I put that in there as I pick this off the stand, and then it's at playing position. If you don't do that, normally the way you play these is the metal part goes on your chair. But I find that by doing it this way, and I also use a strap for security, that you can lean left and right to kind of see the music. Because this thing's so big, it usually blocks out one eye. You either look at the music on the right or the left. I like the left. My left eye's a little better. Playing across the break is hardest for me, and the octave key's got to be really dialed in. But when I'm done, so all I do is take my strap off. I grab it by the middle brace, pick it up, take my wood peg off, go over to the stand, and use the upper brace to kind of thread it on there. Come on, there you go. And then it's adjusted so that near the bottom I have a few inches of clearance, between the peg and the bottom, so it's ready to go.